There's a moment we've all experienced, when the air around us shifts, heavy with an energy that isn't ours. It sneaks in quietly, like a shadow stretching into our space, dulling the light of our own emotions. Maybe it's the sharp tone of a coworker, the cutting words of a friend, or the quiet sighs of a loved one battling their own unseen storms. Their turmoil ripples outward, unsettling something deep within us. But why does it affect us so profoundly? Why does their pain, their frustration, seem to find a home in our hearts? The answer isn't out there, it's within us. We are mirrors, reflecting and absorbing only what resonates with something already inside. If negativity shakes our peace, it's because it has found something familiar, an unhealed wound, a lingering insecurity, a fear tucked away in the corners of our soul. It is not just their energy we feel, it is our own echoes responding, urging us to look inward, to heal, to grow. Imagine a still pond. When a rock is thrown into it, ripples form. But if the pond were completely frozen, the rock would simply bounce off, leaving no effect. Our inner world operates similarly. If we are still and at peace, negativity cannot create ripples within us. However, if there are unresolved emotions lingering beneath the surface, negativity will find a way to stir them up. This is why self-awareness is crucial. You must ask yourself, what is it within me that is responding to this negativity? Why does this person's mood affect me so deeply? The answers often reveal areas within you that are in need of healing. It's natural to recoil when negativity enters our space. When faced with anger, frustration, or criticism, our first instinct is often to push back, argue, defend, or retreat into ourselves. But resistance only feeds the very thing we wish to escape. It's like struggling in quicksand. The more we fight, the deeper we sink. Lao Tzu's wisdom reminds us, by letting go, it all gets done. True strength is not in resistance, but in allowing. Imagine being the vast, open sky, watching storm clouds pass without clinging to them. This isn't about tolerating mistreatment or silencing ourselves. It's about refusing to let external storms decide the weather within us. When we stop reacting and start observing, we reclaim our peace, no longer prisoners of energies that were never ours to carry. Think back to those moments when someone else's bad mood seemed to latch onto you, pulling you down despite your best efforts to stay unaffected. It wasn't just their energy, it was something within you that stirred in response. An old wound, a buried insecurity, or a fear you hadn't fully faced triggers you when your awareness dims. This is why mastering the art of non-reaction through presence is so essential. Presence is the spiritual practice of being fully in the moment without being swayed by external influences. It transforms you from fragile boats tossed by the waves into unshakable mountains. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall in a raging storm. The winds howl, the waves crash, but the lighthouse remains, steady, unwavering. When someone projects negativity, you too can stand firm. Instead of being pulled into their storm, you can choose to stay anchored in your own light. Cultivating presence is an ongoing practice, one that requires mindfulness, patience, and self-awareness. When people throw their bad energy at you, it's not just about noticing their negativity, it's about observing your own inner responses. When someone's frustration flares up in your space, what do? Do you react without thinking, meeting their energy with equal frustration, or do you pause? If you do, that pause is everything. It gives you the power to choose. Will you let their negativity dictate your state of mind, or will you remain grounded in your own peace? By choosing the latter, you reclaim your emotional sovereignty, refusing to be a mirror for their unrest. The Buddha embodied this wisdom when confronted by an angry man spewing insults at him. Instead of engaging, he simply asked, "If someone offers you a gift, and you decline to accept it, to whom then does it belong? The man replied, to the one who offered it. The Buddha then said, then I do not accept your anger. Like the Buddha, we too can decline the gifts of negativity that others try to hand us. We too can choose not to carry what was never ours to hold. It is also very important to understand that negativity is often a mask for unspoken pain. A person who lashes out isn't just being difficult. They are carrying something heavy, something unseen. When you respond with frustration or judgment, you unknowingly add to their suffering, reinforcing the very pain that made them lash out in the first place. But there is another way. Compassion is a quiet, powerful force. It allows you to look beyond someone's harsh words or hostile energy and ask, what pain is this person carrying? What wounds are speaking through their actions? This simple shift in perspective transforms your response. Instead of resistance, you find understanding. Instead of reacting, you soften, not in weakness, but in strength. While compassion is powerful, it does not mean you must tolerate toxic behavior. Compassion doesn't mean excusing poor behavior, but it does mean recognizing that pain often speaks in the language of anger, frustration, or coldness. Still, let's be honest, this isn't always easy. Some days, your own heart feels tender, your defenses low. When someone's negativity is especially intense, it's natural to feel overwhelmed by it. But this is where acceptance becomes your ally. Accepting that you cannot control others is an act of liberation. You can't force kindness where it isn't offered. You can't heal wounds that aren't yours to heal. But you can choose not to carry the burden of another's suffering as your own. You can choose peace, again and again. Choosing peace isn't just an act of kindness, it's an act of self-preservation. In a world that can be unimaginably harsh, where frustration spills over in every direction, you cannot take on the task of pacifying everyone. No matter how much compassion you show, some people will still lash out. It's simply their acquired nature. You wouldn't expect a lion to spare you just because you don't eat meat. So why expect the world to always meet your kindness with the same? This is why establishing well-defined boundaries is essential. Just as a garden needs a fence to protect its flowers from being trampled, your energy needs healthy boundaries to remain untarnished. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It's about protecting the space where your peace resides. And the beautiful part? You can do this with love. You can choose to step away from chronic negativity, not with resentment, but with a quiet understanding that your well-being matters. Boundaries don't make you cold or indifferent. They make you strong. They allow you to move through life with an open heart, without letting the world's chaos uproot the serenity you've worked so hard to cultivate. When others spill their negativity into your space, the most powerful response is often no response at all, at least not one that fuels the cycle. As the spiritual teacher Ram Dass once said, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. Your boundaries exist for a reason, and honoring them means choosing how you engage. More often than not, it's wiser to step aside rather than attempt to transform someone else's storm. Negativity thrives on reaction. When someone is upset, they may not even realize they're seeking a response, whether it's a fight, validation, or sympathy. They throw their energy outward, hoping it will stick to someone. But when you refuse to engage, their negativity has nothing to hold on to. It lingers for a while, searching for something to feed it, and when it finds nothing, it begins to fade. This doesn't mean their emotions disappear in an instant, nor does it mean you're ignoring them. It simply means you aren't letting their storm pull you under. And ironically, by not mirroring their energy back to them, you create space for reflection. In time, they may see their own behavior more clearly. Not because you forced them to, but because your silence held up a barrier far more powerful than any argument ever could. To truly safeguard your energy from the negativity of others, you must learn the art of shielding, an invisible yet powerful defense. This isn't about shutting yourself off emotionally, but about creating a protective layer that allows peace to stay within while negativity remains outside. One of the most effective shielding techniques, often used by healers, is visualizing an envelope of white or golden light surrounding your entire body. Imagine this radiant shield as a filter, blocking out harmful energy while letting in love, warmth, and positivity. It's like wearing an energetic armor, one that doesn't make you rigid but keeps you safe. To strengthen this shield, you can also practice visualizing yourself being calm amidst turbulent conditions around you in daily life. For instance, picture a real-life scenario. Your dad is on the verge of an outburst, his frustration crackling in the air like a gathering storm. You don't want his anger to shake you, so you take a deep breath, center yourself, and engage your shield. See it forming around you, a fail-safe barrier that reflects and neutralizes negativity before it reaches your core. His anger exists, but it does not touch you. Shielding isn't about repressing your emotions. It's about protecting your inner peace. It's an act of self-respect, a way of saying, "I will not carry what isn't mine to hold."